So if you remember the video I made last week, because did a book review last week, I mentioned at the end that I was going to do this thing called the Bout of Books. It was a readathon. I failed. Although, if you ask the actual people, no, there's no way you failed, because it was just, a challenge to push you to read more. Yeah, I read about 25 pages of one book, and then by the time I got over, because I have this thing where I don't want to start another book until I finished one, but it's partly because I take notes while I read now, so I can make sure that I am giving the best review possible. But I think I got like 10 pages into the other book because I decided, like, when there was like 2-ish days left, that I was going to try and, just skip to the other book that I had on my list. And yeah, no, I didn't have the motivation to read this week, so therefore Bout of Books was a failure for me. But that's okay. I will still be reading these books and I will get them finished, and the reviews will be out as soon as possible. But that was a thing that was supposed to happen, but it didn't happen. I feel kind of bad that I failed at this, because I feel like I should have been able to easily... I thought it was an easy challenge, just basically challenging myself to read one more book than I typically do in a week. But I didn't have the motivation. In the comments, I want to try and start doing this thing where I have a comment question at the end, because I would like to have more interaction with my audience. I feel like I don't really do that all that much or all that well. So we're going to try to do this. So how it is that you motivate yourself to do something when you don't particularly enjoy doing it. Because for the most part, I do enjoy reading, but it also helps if the book is really good. And the book I started with, I just had a hard time, getting into the book. But I need to finish the book so I can write a proper review on it. Because I can't necessarily say, oh no, I don't like the book, because when I did actually, like, what I have read, I like, but it's not enough to hold me throughout the entire book. So I guess I would classify it as one of those books that's just kind of yeah, it's okay, but it's not necessarily my preference in reading. And I don't know if this is because this particular book I started with is the first like adult fiction book that I've read, especially since I've been an adult. 'Cause I stick with the YA because that's what I want to write. I want to write YA fiction, so therefore that's what I'm going to read. You want to submerge yourself in the area that you want to, you want to work in, and I want to be a writer of the YA variety because to me, it's the best genre ever. And you can disagree with me all you want, but I think it's the best genre ever because it's so wide and it impacts so many people, and adults read it just as much as teens do. So it's not like I'm subjecting myself to only having one type of audience, but because the teens are the main audience of YA, they're definitely more of my audience. But that's all I'm going to talk about. I'm going to finish my wonderful mug here that my older brother got me when he went to Universal Studios. I think it's cute and I like it, and it's keeping me warm in my freezing cold building right now. So I'll see you next video. Bye!